Hey everyone, welcome to After the Journey. Today's video, we're going to talk about why internet marketers fail at business, and they fail big time, and they can never seem to figure out why they are failing. And I'm going to scuttle a lot of other misconceptions about business, what it means to be a business person, what it takes to be successful in business. Like, for example, somebody who thinks you need to learn how to read a financial statement, or you got to know how to do Microsoft Excel, or like with the marketers, you got to learn to do all this fancy marketing techniques. You don't need to do any of that stuff, guys. And I know marketers that are making no money at all, and they can't figure out why. I don't get it. And the thing is they look at me like I have two heads when I tell them, you don't need to do that stuff. You don't. And that's, I think, one of the biggest, like, creative blocks that people have about starting online businesses is they think they need to master all that stuff to unlock the secret of the internet money-making thing or something. So that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. This video series, it's called After the Journey because, you know, presumably there's a lot of you on this YouTube channel that have been here for a long time, and you're good. You either got your twin flame to come back, you didn't, or you're working on it, or you don't care. You're like over it. Well, you're still subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. I'm going to give you something of value still. Onward and upward. We're going to charge forward with our lives, guys. Learn to make some money. Start a business, right? What could be better? So that's this video series, After the Journey. If you are still on the twin flame journey, not to worry, I'm still doing the twin flame stuff. I'm always going to be doing the twin flame stuff. Just go back to my True Twin Flame Teachings playlist and check those videos out. There's new twin flame video every Monday as well. So let's get into this topic, guys. I kind of already set it up. Internet marketing. So the perception people have is, in order for you to be successful with an internet business, you need to learn all of these fancy internet marketing techniques, right? And I'll tell you what, ever since I've been doing this online business, which is the wave of the future, it absolutely is. And it absolutely is just getting started, guys. It really is. It's absolutely not saturated. There's still plenty. The internet really, I mean, it's only really been explosively growing for the last 15 years, maybe 15 years, like with social media. A lot of that stuff has really picked up a lot of steam in the last 15 years. I know the internet has been around since primarily the 1990s, even before that, if you think about it. But for the most part, like the modern internet as we know it, like 15 years, kind of what I guess you would call internet 2.0, right? And it's just getting started, guys. It's just barely getting started, believe me. Now is a great time for you to get in and open up an online business. But again, people, they have this perception that you have to learn how to do all that fancy marketing stuff. I've learned how to do some of that fancy marketing stuff because I've been doing it. I've hired marketing companies. I look at what other sales funnels are doing. I'll like subscribe to somebody's email list to like study what they're doing, and eventually I kind of figure it out. But that's not how I started, and neither do you. You'll learn how to do that stuff if you're passionate, guys. This is why internet marketers fail, because they're not really passionate. They're so hyper-focused on like cracking the code for some sales funnel, or like how to craft a good video presentation, stuff like that, which is important. But once you get some basics down about that stuff, you really don't need much else. Like I've never really spent a lot of time perfecting that kind of stuff, although I know people who do. And the results they get really aren't any better than the results I get. What I focus on is an entrepreneurial mindset. That's what it takes. You know, I've got a CPA, my accountant, right? He does my taxes. I do not know how to do that shit. You ask me to read a tax return and I'm going to be like, I don't know. It's like reading Chinese, dude. I don't fucking know how to read that shit. I can kind of sort of read the 1040 form, which is like the main component. But then there's like 50 pages of other shit that goes with it. I got no idea how that shit works. And I told him that. And he looks at me like I've got two heads. And he's probably sitting there thinking, oh man, this guy, how does he stay in business? He doesn't know how to read a tax return. That's one of the fundamentals of business. This guy's really got to get serious. No wonder he's, well, actually he is making a lot of money. But still, that's not going to go on. There's going to come a time when Kurt Johnson is not going to make money. Yeah, right? I know that's what they're thinking. I know it is. They look at me like I've got two fucking heads, because when I tell them I don't know how to read one of those things and I don't want to know, they look at you like you're stupid or something, like you're a little kid. You know, meanwhile, I make like probably 8 or 9 times the amount of money he makes. And he works all day. I don't work, guys, very much. I really don't. If I work, it's like 5 hours in a week. And I've got 3 employees, and there's plenty of money left for me, believe that. I can travel all the time, first class. When I went to Florida with my twin flame, first class. This hotel room where we did the live stream from, it was like $700 for one night, guys. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. It's a business. And I'm free. I'm free. I don't have to work. I am free. That's an entrepreneur, guys. An entrepreneur is passionate about what they do, and they reap the rewards. And so should you. As a matter of fact, if you want to sign up for my business coaching program, there's still plenty of time. I'm still doing appointments. I'll put the link down below. You can schedule your free discovery call with me. It's 15 minutes. Click the link below, and I'll see if you're a good fit for my entrepreneurship program. I'm booked into December right now for these discovery calls, so you're gonna have to wait. Sorry about that. I wasn't expecting that big of a response. I'm glad that I got that big of a response. Holy hell, have I got a lot of appointments. Holy shit. I got over 200 of them, you guys. Everybody wants to sign up for this program. It's so good. And I've already got a bunch of people in there, guys, posting content on YouTube, developing business systems, and it's working, guys. And they don't have any marketing experience. They don't know how to read a tax form. They don't know how to do that shit, and you don't need to. You'll learn to do it along the way. Now, if you join my coaching program, you're going to get the benefit of my experience. So the marketing techniques that I have learned, I'm going to share them with you. But that's my point, guys. I was passionate, and I wanted to help people. That's what it takes to start a business. When I started my business, I didn't even have a tripod for my camera, right? I had like a cheap, like $50 cell phone. I don't even think I paid $50 for it. It's like a cheap little Cricket phone, horrible sound. The picture quality was okay. I was so broke, I didn't even have $20 for a cheap tripod. I would like go to the park and find a tree branch that was like the right height, and I would like prop my phone up in the tree branch and make videos that way, which actually it kind of worked because, you know, it's like a beautiful background to make a spiritual video. Those videos, they're gone. I deleted them from my YouTube channel. But even the oldest videos that I still have on my YouTube channel right now, even those aren't that good. They're really not. Like, I'm not as well spoken. You can kind of tell that it was kind of like I was reading off a script, kind of, and I was overthinking things, and I was a little unsure of myself, because that's just kind of the way it is when you get started. Like, it's like, you know what you want to say to people, you understand the concepts, you understand the principles of what it is that you want to teach, but like communicating that to people is kind of tough in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you guys, people could see that I was passionate. Right? So that's what an entrepreneur is. Somebody who is passionate, somebody who is super, super focused on helping people and changing people's lives. So I'm going to put a picture on your screen, and I'm going to leave it up for a good 8 seconds. Nice long time for you to look at this picture. Take a good look at it. That's me in the orange. The other guy there is Jim Rohn. In the blue, that's Jim Rohn. So I got to meet Jim Rohn. That was 25 years ago, by the way. Now, most of you guys, you've heard of Tony Robbins. You know who Tony Robbins is, right? Okay, Jim Rohn, I'll put the picture back up on the screen. So again, that's me in the orange. The other guy there in the blue, that's Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn was Tony Robbins' mentor. Right, that was one of my mentors. You know what he told me? Jim Rohn, he said, don't worry too much about the money. I mean, if you're working and there's no money coming in, that's a problem. But here's the thing. Don't worry too much about it. Don't focus so much on the money. Focus on helping people. Focus on changing lives. Make sure that it shows. If you focus on helping people, the money will follow. That's what Jim Rohn told me. Focus on helping people and the money will follow. You got to have something that you like to talk about. That's kind of the secret here. You guys, you know what I like to talk about with my barber? I go, he shaves my head, trim my beard up, right? We're sitting in the chair. Guess what I talk to him about? My twin flame. Serious. My cousin comes in from out of town. She lives in another state. It's like 2 days for her to drive. We're hanging out. We're talking about twin flames. Law of attraction, business. I like to talk about business. Politics, I like that too. Sometimes I talk about that stuff. I don't really talk about that a lot on YouTube, although I do have this. I got a little side project going on over here. Highly recommend, by the way. It's same name, New World All-Star. It's just a different platform, right? So you just put .com after this and find me on here. New World All-Star. There's a locals tied to my account over here. Locals is kind of like Patreon. So I got weekly group meditations, 2 a week. Twice a week, guys. I'm hosting meditations over there, so go check that out. Well, anyway, that's what I like to talk about, guys. I talk about it all the time. I talk about it with everybody. All of my friends and family, everybody, acquaintances, everybody knows, oh shit, here comes Kurt. He's going to want to talk about law of attraction. I'm going to have to sit here and listen to him talk to me about twin flames, talk to me about his business. That's what he wants to talk about. Okay. That's what they think. Except for, I mean, like my close friends. Because my close friends, guess what we talk about? Business, law of attraction, twin flames. That's what we talk about. We talk about consciousness. That's all I want to talk about all the time with everybody, guys. So, what do you like to talk about like that? That's how you know you're passionate about something. You're talking to everybody about it and you won't shut up about it. That's what you should do for a business. Whatever you can talk about and you won't shut up and you're passionate. And guys, I'm telling you, there are so many ways to make money online right now that it's ridiculous. I know a YouTube channel where all the guy wants to talk about is cats. That's all he talks about. I don't remember the name of the channel, but he's got way more subscribers than I do. And I'm looking at that like, God, maybe I'm in the wrong business here because he talks about cats. And he's got way more subscribers than I do. What the fuck am I doing wrong? Right? There's people that make food. That's all they do is they make food. They just make like a sandwich or something and they got 1 million subscribers. But they're doing Cuisinart sponsorships. They got Black & Decker sponsoring their channel. They got a Patreon. They're making, you know, like $50,000 a month or something. You know what I mean? And that's pretty close to what I make actually. And I keep most of it, right? I keep my expenses low. And I don't work. I don't work, guys. How did I do it? Because I'm passionate. You can do it. You can do what I do, guys. You do not need to learn marketing. You know, I did one of my discovery calls with this gal who, she was a marketer. She used to make okay money at it. And then it all dried up. She doesn't know what happened. And she has no income. She's unemployed. She's like flat broke. The discovery call went okay. Like the call that you can schedule, the link down below, right? The 15-minute call with me. I gave her my offer and then told her have a good night, and that was that. Well, she sent an email into our customer service department and she was just all bent out of shape. Like, I don't know what I did to trigger her so fucking bad, but it was like 15 paragraphs. And she was just like raging about how I should have sat there and gave her marketing tips and taught her marketing, and you're ripping people off and your business coaching is a scam and you don't know what you're doing and a blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, honey, you don't make any money. I do. I make $1,000 a month. I'm doing good. And you're telling me I don't know what I'm doing? Maybe the problem is the assumption that people have that you need to know how to do fancy marketing techniques. You do not. That is not what makes a good entrepreneur, guys. What makes a good entrepreneur is passion, solving problems, and helping people. Your job is to change lives, guys. I don't have to work. I make a lot of money and I have to work 0 hours a week, and I'm still starting up another business. Why? Because I like it. I'm passionate and I'm good at it. That's what makes a good business person. That's what makes a good entrepreneur, guys. That's what'll make you successful. So get in there and get busy. Thanks for watching.